Hey YouTube, Scott Stevens here. Hey, check this out. If you want to create a player in Dynasty mode or edit a player, it's not easy to do. And technically, you really cannot create a player. But if you want to do the most that you can, here's how you do it. You come into your Dynasty mode, come into Team, and then you go to View Roster. And I already found a guy because it's tricky. It's tricky. You gotta find people because if they signed an NIL deal, you cannot touch them. You can't change anything. So you have to find people who have not signed an NIL deal. Now, who are those people going to be? They're going to be freshmen, more than likely. So I did find a guy here on Florida Atlantic, and they're sprinkled in through here, so you do have to find them. The guy I found was a freshman. He was a safety, free safety, strong safety. What was his name? Where did he go? He was Tracy Bennett. Here we go. He was Tracy Bennett from Miami. Okay, so what you do is highlight the guy that you want to edit and hit triangle on PlayStation. View player card. And you'll see all his ratings, all of his stuff. Now, when you tab over to more, edit player, come down to edit player, and it'll load in. And if he does not have an NIL deal, you can change his name, his position, and what hand is his dominant hand. That's it. That's all you can change. You can change his appearance and his gear, but number cannot be changed. Home state, hometown, pipeline, those cannot be changed. So you don't have full control. But again, this is only for guys that did not sign an NIL deal. Those have to be protected. So if they signed an NIL deal, you can't edit them. Now, what's going to happen in your Dynasty mode, the further you get along, the more NIL guys that graduate, go to the NFL, whatever. And eventually, you'll be able to control all of your guys. After 4 or 5 seasons, you'll be able to control all of your guys because all of those NIL deal players will be either graduated, gone to the NFL, and your entire dynasty is computer-generated players. Computer-generated players are the only ones you can edit. So you can change the name, it's his first name, his last name, his position, and which hand he is. You can change the appearance as well if you want to. And you can change the gear, headgear, all these. So it's pretty cool, but you can't do it to anybody that's in the NIL. So in your first season of Dynasty mode, it's extremely hard to find which guys you can edit. The second season, third season, fourth season, fifth season, it becomes increasingly easier to find the guys that can be edited. So here's the difference. This is a guy that can be edited, okay, and you can change them to whoever you want. Again, but you can't change everything. That's the problem. You can't change their pipeline, where they come from, or whatever. But here, Day Hill. I don't know who this guy is, but he's a senior. He's an 87. I'm going to guess that he has an NIL deal. So let's look and see. I don't know much about Florida Atlantic, so. And there it is. Everything is grayed out. See, you cannot change anything. So, you might be able to change his gear. Yeah, you can change his gear, but that's about it. You can't change his actual player information. Again, these are the ones you can edit are very difficult to find. I actually saw somebody on YouTube somewhere who had put a complete list of players that you can edit in season 1. He went through and took the time and went through every team digging through. They are hard to find, but as I said, as you continue to go along on your in your dynasty, you're going to have more and more available to you to be able to edit. But the first 4 seasons, 5, sometimes even maybe 6, it's going to be more difficult to find the guys because those NIL deals, they have to be protected. You cannot change anything. And also, check this out. You cannot change the name to somebody who has opted out of the game. Okay? If you put a player's name that has opted out of the game into somebody that can be edited, EA Sports has said you will be banned. Your account will be banned. So don't do that. Don't even play that. It's not worth it to change, to name somebody on a team that's opted out of the game and you want to create them and you're going to lose complete access to playing the game. That's not worth it. So I wouldn't even think about doing that. But you can find these guys. Like I said, the more seasons you go, the easier it is to find them. Season 1 is very difficult to find them, but this is one of the guys, and this just shows you how you can do it. Again, it's not a complete create a player. You can't change the home state, hometown. Right now, it's the best that we can do. Now, there's another way people are thinking that they're finding a way around it is by downloading a roster from the community creations, uploading that roster and using that. But it's the same thing. If the player signed an NIL deal, you still can't edit it. It's still going to be grayed out. So this is how you can get around it for the time being until they figure something out. But, in all honesty, if a player signs an NIL deal, they're never going to let you change it. You're never going to be able to change it because it's name, image, likeness. I mean, the name says it all. You're not going to be able to change any of that. But they should have a create a player so you can create somebody from scratch if you want to. Hopefully that's coming down the pike. Right now, this is a good way to get around it. It's the best that we have right now. It's the best that we can do. So I hope this helps. I'll see you next time.